Wow, what a day. So I'm working on my place and, looking for different music to play and whatnot. And all of a sudden, I check my email, and of course, the news feed comes up, and some dude had been burned and decapitated in Australia. Um, St. Thomas or whatever, and this model from Queensland. I'm not laughing at the incident. It's horrific, obviously, but I am laughing at the outrageous amount of plastic surgery or whatever, Botox, you might say, and yeah, uh, it's unbelievable. But the thing of it is like, okay, so she's from Queensland, and her sister says that she's had a very traumatic and um, just a difficult life. Um, and then I look about witchcraft, and witchcraft was repealed in Queensland in 2000. And there's been a growing amount of witches and pagan uh, practices occurring. Witchcraft is actually a religion in Queensland now, and it makes you wonder, why has it been illegal since 2000? You know, why was it illegal all the way up until 2000? Um, and then all of a sudden it becomes legal, and now guys are getting their heads chopped off, and people are being set afire. Like just recently, that one guy who Joker did, a segment on in Australia. He made an off-putting remark about the girlfriend or friend. It wasn't even a girlfriend, it was just a friend. Um, Something about going in the kitchen and making a sandwich or something, and so she poured gasoline on him and set him on fire. And then this guy gets set afire and gets his head chopped off, because they were actually in a relationship. Which, looking at the guy, it's like, why were you even with that woman? You know, because she's quote unquote hot. Um, it's kind of like you've got a major disease and you're just taking aspirin for it. You know, like, I don't know, like you've got cirrhosis of the liver and you're taking aspirin for it, or Tylenol. When clearly you need a new liver. You know, um, that's that's the case of witchcraft being legalized and actually turned into a religion. People think that the spiritual world is insignificant, that demons don't matter, that you can think whatever you want, you can act however you want, and everything will be fine. Very idealistic. I was very idealistic as well in life. Just bypassing these moments, these critical, crucial moments that could have actually profoundly changed my life and profoundly changed the lives of others. I overlooked because of a lack of faith, because of the circumstances, the difficulties, and yeah, I made a lot of oopsies in life, and I am coming to terms with it, like we all need to be. Um, but I mean, obviously, I've seen this trend with women and guys even, but mainly women having pentagrams on them, and just a lot of paganism here in the United States. Now I understand Australia is particularly um, uh, pri- I, I'm thinking privy, but they're more prone to doing things like witchcraft, I guess, because, Australia was a place that Britain sent their criminals, so I just logically one thing follows another, I mean, yeah, even criminals had their come to Jesus moment, but when you send a bunch of them to their own continent, um, they tend to not really do all the best things, not make the best decisions. And there's been a lot of serial killers, a lot of murders, and just a lot of bad stuff that goes on in Australia. My heart really goes out to them. It's not a place that I would want to be. It's a beautiful place, but not beautiful places, beautiful people are not necessarily the best people to be around, especially ones with freaking huge lips and clearly mental issues. That's putting it mildly. So, yeah, I thought I'd just talk about that being, a big, glaring, overlooked aspect of this whole thing is it's not just that it affected this one individual, it affects many, many people, because demons do exist, even as it says in, the Gospels. Um, when Jesus talked to the demons, quote unquote, legion, and they wanted to go into the pigs, it wasn't their appointed time for judgment. So, yeah, they're still out there running amok, and people can invite them into their lives, and they will wreak havoc. They will wreak havoc. You do little sins here and there, you know. I've gotten myself into it with fornication, um, and then all of a sudden you have this epiphany like, what in the fuck am I doing here with this individual? And then all of a sudden demons, take hold, and they're ganging up on you, I mean, demons don't want the best for us. So it's good to make a note of that. And with that, I'll say thank you for hearing, listening. I'll do some more updates on my place. It's coming along really well, but there's so much work that needs to be done yet. So I'll leave it there. But have a great day and God bless. Talk to you later.